Hello everyone. Today's topic is purchase ledger control accounts. We have already discussed what are control accounts and we have discussed the format of sales ledger control accounts. Now moving on to purchase ledger control accounts. So purchase ledger control account is treated in a similar way as trade payables. What are trade payables? Trade payables are basically the amount which you owe to your suppliers. It's your current liability, and current liabilities have balance on the opening balance on the credit side. Now what does the balance BD on the credit side represents? It basically represents the total amount that you owe to your suppliers. This is quite understandable, but what does the debit balance in a purchase ledger control account represents? It basically represents overpayment or prepayment by us. This is the amount which our suppliers owe to us. Now, what are the cases in which an overpayment or prepayment is possible? So if we received a discount after our accounts were settled, which means that we have paid them fully back the full amount of what we owed to them, what we owed to our suppliers, and then we received a discount, so this is the amount that our suppliers owe to us. Or we have made some purchase returns, our suppliers will now owe to us the amount of the purchase returns. Or if we pay a fixed amount every month and the total purchases which we did in this month is less than the amount we paid, in that case our suppliers will owe to us. Or simply we overpaid our outstanding balance. These are the 4 cases in which a debit balance is possible, which represents the amount our suppliers owe to us. Okay, so moving on, we will first look at the credit side of the purchase ledger control account. We already discussed what does the balance BD represents. Now what are credit purchases? Credit purchases is basically purchases made on credit, which means that when you are buying something on credit, this means that you acquire the item immediately, but you pay for it at a later date. So your trade payables will increase because the amount which you owe to your supplier will increase. Now refund. What is a refund? If our supplier refunds us some of the money, then our trade payables will increase, which means the amount we owe to them will now increase again. Interest on overdue. This interest is basically the interest on the purchases that you made on credit. If the interest is charged on the purchases, on the credit purchases, the amount we owe to our suppliers will increase. Okay, so moving on, on the debit side, we already discussed what is the debit balance BD of a purchase ledger control account. Now bank or cash, this means that we have paid the amount we owed to our suppliers by either bank or cash. Now the amount we owe to them is now decreased. Discount received. This discount only represents the cash discount and not the trade discounts. Trade discounts are not mentioned in the books, but cash discount is mentioned in the books. And if we receive a discount, the amount we owe to them will now decrease. Contra set off, we will discuss the contra set off later. Purchase return is the return that you return the credit purchases so the amount you owe to your suppliers will decrease because you have returned some of their goods, which is due to any reason because they are faulty. Okay, so the balance CD on the credit side is your balancing figure. You will total all the amounts and you'll total the amounts on both the sides, and the balance figure will be your balance CD. This represents the amount that you owe to your suppliers at the end of the term. Now, what does a credit balance CD mean? In questions, you'll be usually given debit ending balance, and you have to mention that amount on the credit side as the balance PD. The question will say that this is the debit ending balance, but you have to mention it on the credit side. This is because the debit term is actually attributed to the balance which will be carried forward to the next term, which will be on the debit side. This represents the amount that your suppliers owe to you at the end of the term. Okay, so the question will say debit ending balance, but you have to mention that ending balance on the credit side because the term debit is actually attributed to the balance which will be carried forward to the next term. That's why they mention it as the debit ending balance, but we have to mention it on the credit side.